Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chronicles of Darkness Vampire Requiem for London. The night has arose once again, or rather, night has come once again, as the war over the London princedom continues. A war that has reached all corners of London and is about to reach our kindred once again. The scene starts with Julian and Marcus. You receive a conference call from Dr Bhate. Rather, actually, no, Julian, you do. Marcus, you don't. Because No, you have met him. Yeah, you will be on the conference call. You will be on the conference call you met at the...
Yeah, just wanted to say we shook hands and everything.
True. A conference call begins to come through your phone. Some Dr. Bhate.
He goes, "Yes, sir."
Sorry. Oh, gentlemen.
So?
I believe your moment in the spotlight has arrived. I am just tracking the gentleman that I've warned you to look out for entering the medical centre now. If you would please arrive and deal with them, as was previously arranged, it would be appreciated. I don't wish to deal with them all on my own now.
Understood. Has the target got a heartbeat or not?
I'm looking them through the security footage. Let's see. Four men and two women. Don't appear particularly heavily armed. Appear to be
Okay. I see. Get in, neutralize target, move out.
Yep. Please. Yes. Please try not to leave.
Evidence.
Yes. Evidence. As a much more eloquent way of putting it than I would have. Yes. This is a hospital, after all.
Well, that's gotta be really more up to them, but we'll do our best.
Well, if you would, time is running out, and I believe they are looking for my like.
Okay.
And I've really caught up in that situation.
Okay, Julian, keep in mind, if there's a social situation, I can dominate them. If things get really hairy, we get the target, we make sure that their neck is 180 degrees where it shouldn't be, and then we leave. No telling about. For all intents and purposes, this is an assassination. Anyway, understood. And the guy can see as Marcus is putting on his leather gloves and just rolling everything.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Please contact me once you have completed your assignment. Yes.
We will do as soon as we're out of range and it's reasonable to do so. But we'll be in contact.
Excellent.
Hear you later, sir.
Your assistance in this matter is appreciated. I hope to be speaking with you hearty and whole again shortly. Bye-bye. And the phone just clicks off. Mm-hmm. So, you get ready. You get ready quickly. They're already at the site. And you expected this, really. There was no way for you to really prepare unless you were to hold out in the hospital for weeks, which obviously wasn't viable. So you just head on over and take what you can before either they find who they're looking for or find a way to make the Ordo's life within this medical centre very difficult. It doesn't take you long to get there. This is, after all, in Lambeth. It's on your doorstep. Or doorstep.
Or doorstep.
This is Ordo territory, and, well...
This is our territory, bitch. We rule here.
And yet, here they are. So... You make it to the medical centre, or rather gas yacht house, but Bhate specified the medical centre, so given that it's only a few minutes, they may still be here. How do you decide to enter? This is the medical centre. It's basically a building that sits adjacent to St. Thomas Hospital, which is a series of buildings just off to its south.
The idea right now is that we are, at least Julian will suggest that we get in, we find the more vacant part. Last time I was here, there were areas under, he puts in quotations, construction. Maybe we should leave or drop a vitae around to get their attention. They're going to come here quietly, but very much obviously on guard. Obviously, it's a trap. Okay. The main thing is to keep it from mortals. And as long as they are not too desperate to try to bring the police down on this place quite yet, we might be able to pick them off one-on-one, if not force them in a closed environment.
Okay, so we're trying to draw them out and then deal with them.
Yeah. Do you enter... so I assume you enter through the front?
Yep.
Okay.
So Julian's walking around in his heavier clothing that he's been doing, but he has a sports bag on him.
Yeah, you look quite sus. When you look so bulky and baggy, it always raises... It doesn't raise eyebrows per se, but it's... Just put people on edge, just naturally.
Yeah, Marcus himself has actually decided not to put the vest on yet. He's fucking risking it. And, he'll be... what was it? Okay, I assume we have been given names. Have we?
Oh, no.
No.
No. Okay.
These are foreign intruders from the Sanctified. But Dr Bhate doesn't know who they are. He just knows that they're a threat.
Okay. Have they been described to us? As in, have we been given a visual description of them?
You've been texted a few key details about visual descriptions. Of course, if they are kindred, or assuming they're all kindred, you'll know them on sight. Assuming they do not obfuscate.
As we're moving along through the hospital, Julian will kind of audibly sniff through the air, see if he catches this scent of vitae throughout this place.
A quick question: have you cut yourself, Julian, or are you just...
Not yet.
Okay.
Because I don't think we've gotten to the era where there's less people walking around.
There's quite a few people here. It's main hallway, center's still open. Not many patients per se.
Yeah. As far as staff goes, Marcus, who looks less bulky and more like a middle-aged man, will just be walking over to the receptionist and engage her in a little bit of small talk, and then he'll activate mesmerize. Well, he'll try to activate mesmerize.
On who?
On the lady at the entrance, so that she thinks we were never here.
Okay, so you're just going to mesmerize her and say we were not here.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, that's perfectly
fine. And at which point he can then, just sort of saunter over to Julian, give him a nod, and sort of gently gesture deeper into the place.
Okay. I'm just going to say this is an unprepared mortal who has absolutely no chance of resisting kindred dominance, so...
I mean, you've seen my face claim. It's Andy Serkis. I don't think anyone expects bloody murder from that fellow.
True. Quick question. Where is the flak jacket if you're not wearing it?
In a sports bag.
A sports bag.
Sorry, flak jacket, my mistake.
Okay. You're, Julian, you try to just sniff for Vitae, and as innocuously as you can, of course. But there's no Vitae here. You can smell blood, but... Well,
that could be from anything. This is a hospital.
This is a medical center. It's not the hospital. Hospital. It's part of the larger hospital, as it were. But yes, you can smell people with mild injuries and. The thin scent of blood on various individuals, the blood on the hands of, you can only imagine a doctor or a nurse or a member of staff who's washing it away. But as you travel down the halls, no vitae, and the scent of blood is scattered or easily identifiable or not what you're looking for.
Alrighty. And they're not marking their territory. They haven't just recently fed, as far as he can tell, or it's still beyond them. But he knows they're still here. It just would have been easier to track them if they were a bit more sloppy.
Yeah.
I assume you continue to explore the halls for a few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as they're out of earshot of, reasonably out of earshot of the mortals, he'll just say, the receptionist herself doesn't know we are here. She thinks we were never here, just to let you know.
That does make our job easier, thank you.
However, yeah. Any luck? Has your sensitive nose been able to pick up anything?
No, just general sinner smells. They are being thorough and not sloppy on their feeding. Don't smell vitae on them.
Julian, get a text from Dr. Bhate.
What does the text say?
There's someone right next to you.
Julian's head turns to the person next to him.
There is no one that you can see that is next to you. Follow-up text says, they know you're here.
Okay. And I respond to the text like, I'm aware they know I'm here. So that's beyond the point. Yeah.
There is no further... There is no further text.
Anyways, as Julian puts down the phone, it's like, all right, they're aware that we're here, which I wouldn't be surprised if they would be.
Text said there was somebody right next to you. You can't see them, so it's reasonable to assume that if there is someone next to you, they're obfuscated.
Though I do not have aspects, I do believe I could still possibly challenge them, correct?
If you are aware that there is an obfuscated kindred nearby, you can attempt to lash out with your beast. If you win the contest, it will break their obfuscate.
May I do that? At least may I prepare myself to do that? I don't want to do it in the middle of a crowded...
I'm not actually sure it's a true. I'm actually going to double check if this is actually true.
Nah, I just brought that up. I brought that up merely because I do remember as an obfuscate, it does say even if they do not have obfuscates, if they're a highly aware kindred, they could possibly break through it. Though that's further unlikely compared to a kindred that actually has obfuscates.
For that? Because
let me look at that for you.
I've heard of it, but I'm not. I say you can do that. I'm not actually sure if one can. So I'm trying to find out if you can, because I don't want to.
Outside of the typical, I throw talcum powder and salt all over next to me, see if it gets disrupted.
You wouldn't actually see it get disrupted.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the illusion of obfuscate. It's a trick that doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, obfuscate be sitting within, facing the crowd. As long as he doesn't do anything to obviously draw attention. For their single players, I such cell phones, unless the vampire does something to draw person's attention, pulling a gun or screaming at people, or he's in a place where someone doesn't expect anyone else to be, everyone around him ignores him. They do not care what he's carrying, he could walk on, For vampires, violent, If you see something that would draw attention, including but not limited to being violent, everyone around him makes a reflexive wits composer check to notice the commotion, penalized with the vampire's obfuscate dots. Vampires predator or seemingly disappear, so other vampires can't sense it. So, yes, he would need the person that would obfuscate would need to technically mess up or do something untowards to gain my attention. That would still kick a penalty. And I believe with aspects, I can just generally search for them. No, it is up to the person to mess up. I cannot sense them.
Okay.
Because I can't even sense their beast.
No. Okay. It's valid. Then I've been working with an incorrect rule set the entire time. No. Then you have no way to sense them, which puts you at a disadvantage.
I think the only way I could technically sense them, since I am aware of them, is to do something AoE and very dramatic to force them to move.
Something that causes significant disruption to the whole environment would reveal them. Just, for example, throwing dust or flour around wouldn't really, because similar to how a kindred can walk around in the rain, minor disruptions to the environment wouldn't really have an impact. A kindred can exist within that minor disruption, and if that disruption is considered as normal within the environment, such as rain being another example, you wouldn't see the rain pitter-pattering on some invisible entity, you just would see the rain hitting the floor, as that is the nature of waterplay itself. So you'd need to do something that would force them to reveal themselves. In theory, they could actually exist within your major disruption, if they don't do anything to contest it. But they would take, if, for example, if you just emitted some sort of vigor shockwave, they would be damaged, but you wouldn't see them.
You would hope that maybe they'd knock them prone. The fact that they're falling would disrupt it. But
now, if you shot them, it would reveal them.
But right now, the main thing is I know someone's around me. I just can't sense them. So so more or less, because regardless of the fact that they know who we are, the main thing that's going to be awkward is I'm not any type of equipment right now, and I need time for that. So, I will say to the Marcus, that's like, let's keep to the original plan, as again trying to go to an area that's less populated.
Yeah. Huh. No sign, hide, or hair of them. Oh well. He shrugs and follows, all the while straining his ears to try and, just have his ears nice and sharp. And he will follow Julian.
And as we continue going forward, or throughout the center, with my acute senses, in general, I can recall information with the utmost clarity. So I'm more or less just kind of keep a track of everything. I may not be able to pierce their obfuscate, but if I notice something amiss that I typically would have remembered that this would not typically change, I want to be able to see if I can be aware of that.
Oh, sorry. What can you remember with perfect clarity?
With acute senses, the vampire can perfectly identify any sensory stimuli she has experienced before. For example, the smell of a lover's sweat, the texture of a rare fabric, or the sound of an individual scream.
Nothing stands out here per se.
As we get to this position, Julian will do something maybe a little bit foolish, but nonetheless a statement, and will drop the sports bag on the ground once the area is relatively vacant.
Okay.
And he will look over and kind of whisper to Marcus, like, I'm going to need you to grit your teeth for a quick moment.
He gives Julian the most imperceptible of nods and a constant and a very focused look in his eye. He's ready, and he grits his teeth.
And this may not disrupt the obfuscate, but it may force the person to do something irrational, and I will lash out with my beast around me.
Okay. Because the rules have been clarified, I'm not sure you can lash out of your beast against entities.
Something I can't see.
Pardon?
That is a valid point. Yeah, things that I can't see, like that is a valid point.
Yeah.
Not unless that is the weird thing about lashing out. I was like, I would think you could release an aura of menace, but that might just more specifically be disciplines. Tricks of the damn, pressure aura. You're right, I probably can't. Pressure aura, every step you take, the presence. Character will never truly be civil. On the other hand, force the control type. Without disciplines, ability to master, can see other vampires. Furthermore, if it can volunteer its fire predator or to elicit against other kindred, this escalates the encounter, forcing fight to flight. More or less, takes an instant action and and against a kindred costs a point of willpower. It is free to use against mortals. Oh, that's good to know too. And yep, to lash out, the vampire must take a simple action appropriate. Monster beast, better beast, roll blood potency, intelligence. That does not say specifically that you have to see them, but it's probably safe to assume that yeah, you have to be aware that they're there.
Yeah, it requires some degree of awareness.
Yeah.
So. You know there's a beast here, you just don't know where. But it might not even be here anymore.
It may not. And with that, kind of thinking of both about how the beast works, he Julian sighs a bit and just simply says, "Be careful and watch my back. I'm gonna don this." As he begins opening the bag,
Marcus will take point and keep an eye out and concentrate on his hearing.
So there are a number of vacant areas, but they're all staff only, like cloakrooms and empty laboratories and the like. The public spaces you have access to generally have at least a person or two present.
Bathrooms?
Bathrooms? Relatively safe, but unreliable.
Yeah. Well, Marcus should be able to convince anybody in the bathroom to leave quietly.
He can. He has dominate up to 2, so he can even get elaborate these days.
So no one says this. No one said this shit was going to be easy.
No, but I would even say Marcus goes in first to see if anyone is in the in the stalls.
As you begin to unzip your sports bag, both of you hear a whisper on, almost as if it were on the breeze of sorts. You got your sister shot.
Can Marcus hear that?
Yes.
All right. Marcus will turn to the direction that came from and fucking charge and charge the place as he is running, transforming a very black sort of. It almost looks like a thick obsidian bracelet around his right hand as it transforms into the shadow sword. He's basically trying to stab at the direction of the voice, the thing he heard.
You end up cutting cleanly through the radiator, puncturing it horribly, but not striking anything other than that. So eager to destroy us, when it is you that perpetrated all of those murders.
Show yourself, Strix. I fear you not.
Suppose I should not be surprised, for the order is made up of blind guesswork.
There's a tentative tap at the door, kind of signaling whether or not it's okay to come in yet.
Marcus will tap if time allows it. Tap, 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 tap.
You and he never
If Julian knows it, that is Morse code for SOS.
I'll give you that one.
I mean, I learned it in the Boy Scouts, so I thought
even
it's...
I translated that one. And it wasn't even like an actual tap, it was just an emulation. I'm not sure if that's like praiseworthy on your end or just goes to show how commonplace it is, I suppose. But the voice continues. Don't you consider yourself a righteous man? Why did you help him after he killed all of those people?
Marcus is just looking around, trying to find a target.
How many of them wound up like your child?
Out of character, could you please repeat that?
How many of them wound up like your child, I wonder? How many are now screaming at the wall of damnation? Because you allowed a serial killer to walk free. Because he was on your team.
Out of character, I'll be back in a sec.
It's fine. Julian, you can hit us too, by the way.
Julian goes off and says, "Alright, you gonna let me get dressed or not? Like, you're not... I know that."
I am. You don't need to be here. You came here after us. You were employed by another.
Oh.
By... Yes, Dr. Bhate. I know that face very well.
Not feeling chatty with disembodied voices. Could just be some other trickery.
We don't have very long. You'll have your moment. You'll have your glorious hour of heroism.
Glory. Don't make me laugh.
And yet here you are, again, fighting somebody else's war. Covering the chaos. You speak with such disdain, and yet you seem to make an awful big habit of it. Why coexist with such people?
Okay.
Why are you in our territory to begin with?
Territory, not ethics, not morality, not spirituality even.
Why should I bandy words about spirituality with a voice that has no face?
Spirits rarely have a face. But
Well, in
then,
our line of work, that hasn't been the case.
you speak of so much yet understand so little.
Well, I'm gonna get dressed now, and if you still want to talk to me as I'm getting dressed, you guys go ahead.
You are free to attempt your acts of murder and killing and other feeble attempts of righteous indignation.
Oh yes, because the Ordo is all about ethics. As he begins, just opens the door to the bathroom and then begins donning stuff.
I suppose that makes our reason to be here rather obvious then.
And who is us? Have you got a name?
At least try and put some effort into subterfuge. Well, suppose our time is up. Good evening. Very abruptly, the voice vanishes as three lightly dressed individuals simply walk into the room.
So, did they catch me with my pants down?
I think they're going to catch you with your pants down.
Oh no. Okay. Well, they'll figure out that Julian wears briefs.
They all register as predatory auras, Marcus. Now, you recall 6 individuals, so where are the other 3?
Probably still on the hunt. Ah.
In any case,
Should we roll for that initiative?
they stay down briefly. They reveal their... One of them reveals their crucifix and rubs it between his thumb and his fingers.
Oh, I forgot to be bringing out fetishes. Julie actually go into the bag and a small pocket and reveal. It looks like a pithing needle,
Mm-hmm.
and he has it in his hand. And I will not commit to the action because that involves doing a action, so I don't want to disrupt the RP part. Now that's going to give me enough time to do it.
Well, he frowns at your use of the term fetish and says, fetish is a tool. This is sacred. And from the crucifix, via his will, it dissolves into vitae that reforms into a blood-red sword.
Yeah, I don't have fancy magics and creating swords out of blood, but I do have this. As he puts the pivot needle like a particular section of his chest, Julian, and he begins reciting something that oddly, ironically enough, sounds like a prayer. And He goes, in order to eat, you have to be hungry. In order to learn, you have to be ignorant. Ignorance is the conditioning of learning. Pain is the condition of health. Passion is the condition of thought. Death is the condition of life. And he pierces his own heart with the needle. I am going to begin riding the wave, releasing the shackle of the...
Okay, we're all gonna roll initiative.
Right?
Yep.
I get that sweet notepad out.
We have a table on our sheets. There we go. I believe it's roll the die plus your initiative mod, right?
Oh, pardon?
Are we doing roll the die plus your initiative mod, or just whoever has the highest initiative mod goes first?
No, roll your die plus initiative mod, which is Dex
All right.
plus composure.
That is 13.
Wow. Okay. So, you are starting on 13, Julian. Wow, okay. Okay. And what did... Got a 9. What is your initiative modifier, Marcus?
Okay. Roll the 9 plus. Damn it again. What do I have to take? It's 1d10 plus.
Dexterity plus composure.
So 9 plus those numbers.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Come on. There we go. Finally. Okay. It's 2, composure 2, 4, so 13 in total.
Not bad. I'll just put you below Julian.
Like Julian, you know what? I'll give Julian the first swing.
Okay.
I'll just put yeah. There you go.
It's a man who unleashes a sword from his cross, as if it truly were a saintly weapon. Lunges forward with startling speed and immediately goes to disarm you, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a +2 penalty on his roll.
Is it also subtracted by his defense? Just curious.
Yes. What is your defense? What is your defense, Marcus?
Coming up. Defense. Okay, 3 plus 2 makes 5.
It's not plus. It's the lower of your dex or your wits plus any.
Oh, in that case, 3.
Okay. So he loses 5 dice to this action because he takes another -2 penalty, which doesn't leave him with a lot of dice.
Okay, so at least the good thing is that Julian is entering a controlled frenzy. Good.
Sort of.
A directed frenzy?
It's still going to be a controlled frenzy, but it's going to look a little different than what he's done before.
Okay, so he does an immediate 5 lethal to your sword arm, Marcus. Slicing off that part of your arm completely. You can spend resilience to soak. Depending on what your resilience, how much damage you would soak with resilience, it may not cut off your arm.
Gotcha.
Cut the lower half of your arm off. But he does 5 full lethal.
Motherfucker.
And did you have your Kevlar vest on, or were you waiting to don that too?
Kevlar vest would not protect
the arms, because it only protects the torso.
Bummers.
But that is actually clarified in the armor section. It clarifies what parts of your body it protects. You took a cold shot against your arm.
Fair enough. I would like to try and soak it and see if I can keep the rest of my arm at
Okay. What is your resilience?
Just a sec. God, it's been too long. Resilience. Come on. I've got a dot in resilience. Assuming my sheet was updated, yeah.
How many dots, sorry? 2 dots?
Should be 2 dots. For whatever reason, it's just written up as 1. Huh. Weird.
Let me double check that for you real quick.
Please do.
Let's say, because if you got 2 dots, you can reduce it down to 1.
Just double checking.
There's 5, so he'd be able to reduce it down to 2.
Oh yeah, it's not +2, it's +1. I can't count.
So resilience +1 for non-bane damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Just going through all of your blue books real quick, double checking for any XP. The dominate should actually be free. He's spent for the second dot twice.
Oh, I think I know why. Because I probably never saw the second dot appear on my main sheet.
You have not you've bought the first dot of resilience, but you have not bought the second dot.
Okay.
You've only bought resilience once.
Okay. Which means what do I have to roll?
You don't have to roll anything. You just spend blood.
You just spend
Okay.
you just spend a vitae and
Spend the vitae to try and save whatever I can of my arm. I've got the feeling Plan B will be coming into effect soon.
yeah. So unfortunately, that doesn't soak enough damage to save your arm. It will have a soak 2 damage, but you will suffer from the arm rack condition, rendering the arm rack tilt, rendering that
A particular arm.
rendering you unable to use that arm and giving you offhand penalties to using your weapon. I just need to double check what offhand is.
Unless you're ambidextrous.
Unless you have
Nope.
ambidextrous. For ambidextrous, you do not suffer offhand penalties. An offhand attack is a -2 dice penalty to your attack roll.
But it's also lethal, so if you just pick up your arm, you could reattach it.
In theory, you could actually attempt to do that. Of course, you'd actually have to pick up your arm and drop your sword. But you could do it. You could go all fisticuffs. You have a lot of options. But that is the turn of the guy who attacked you. The sword fighter. A man who actually looks like he's in his late 30s, early 40s. Looks weathered.
Not quite as weathered as my guy, but close.
You both look like you've been through the shit, actually. But it is now the someone who looks perhaps weathered but slightly less weathered, bit bulkier actually. I'm
a skinny Bruce Lee kind of guy, frankly.
Is going to take a shot at Julian.
If I may, I'm not in the mood to get shot, and I am
He's
allowed
not
to
going to
use.
shoot you. He's going to just punch you.
Oh, punch! But regardless, I'm not in the mood to get hit. I would like to commit to the block action, because I believe I am still allowed to shake the cage as a reflexive action. So I am allowed to do that.
Can I just get a page reference for both of those?
Yeah. Not a problem. With Stir the Beast, using sorcery is a reflexive action. It can be used in Void of Frenzy, page 157. Then blocking is, I believe, go to the combat section real quick. If not, I may just commit to the dodge action for simplicity's sake.
Yeah, I can see dodge. I can't see block.
Okay, nope. Yep, that is a merit then, Corey. You can use your brawl dice for dodges. Yeah, so it's just technically dodge in this case. So yeah, I am committing to a dodge.
Committing to a dodge. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you do is he makes his attack roll without penalties, not even your defense. But you take your defense rating plus your athletics. You combine those together and then you double it.
Yep. And right now that is my defense rating is. And my athletics, so I've got a difficulty of 2 plus athletics of 2, which is 4, times 2 is 8.
Okay.
So
he's going to roll against you. He gets 3 successes.
Damn, even had an 8 penalty.
Oh, pardon?
It's a damn, even at an 8 penalty, or am I supposed to roll?
You're supposed to roll.
Alright, never mind.
Yeah, you roll your dodge pool effectively. You take your defense and your athletics, you put them together, you double it. That's your dice pool for dodging.
Yep, no, my bad. There we go. So he has 2 successes on me.
Unfortunate for you. Yeah, he beats you by 2 successes. Now, he only deals 1 damage to you.
That's weird.
Well, sorry, he only deals 2 damage. Sorry, 2 bashing damage.
And
So-
I don't think I can use. Can I use my resilience and do what I want to do at the same time? I don't know if I can. Active effect.
If you have the blood to spare, you could.
Well, technically, I do have the blood to spare. It's more the action economy.
You can resilience. You could just spend for. It doesn't take up an action.
Okay, no, yeah, then I'll spend a point of blood, and I have a resilience of 2.
1 second. Yeah, it's
negate the damage.
Check. Resilience is Yeah, for active effects, it's reflexive, so you can just spam it.
Okay.
You can just use it and it won't take up an instant action, which is the full action, basically.
All right.
So Marcus is on free lethal.
Yep.
Armorak.
I guess the other 3 lethal are currently lying on the floor.
Yeah, that 3 damage is on the floor right now. It's your ruined arm. That was quite cleanly severed, actually. The sword is sharp.
I'll put it that way. If it weren't for the fact that he's seeing his arm on the floor, he would probably be very impressed.
Bashing the fists of your assailant. They strike you, but do not phase you in any way. Your assailant seems to realize this and is briefly surprised and shaken before continuing his assault. Julian, it's your turn. You've committed your action to a dodge. You do need to roll to ride the wave, if I recall.
Yes, I do. I do need to roll to ride the wave. Da-da-da. And I would also like to spend another willpower to assist me in riding the wave, if that's okay.
Yep,
if
you can
not,
do that.
all right.
Do you have Ride the Wave Star, which gives you the full bonus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually mastered Ride the Wave,
Okay.
so I get that willpower point back, and I still get the bonus.
Okay.
And all of that dice only got 2. Still need 3 more.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Marcus, you still have an action. There is a kindred here who's still not acted. She looks poorly built for fighting. The other 2 look much more well built. Look much more experienced in combat. But you still have a sword. It's not in your good hand, but it's a sword. You also have other piles of blood at your disposal.
Have I got eye contact with any of them?
You've got eye contact with all of them. They will have the opportunity to resist or dominate should you choose to use it because they are kindred.
Yeah.
They actually get a much better dice pool than mortals, and they are prepared for kindred tricks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still very difficult to resist in general. They do not contest it, I believe. They just have to resist it and hope you don't succeed. Oh no, a mesmerize would be contested. Mesmerize be contested? It would be.
I have it at level 2. Oh wait, oh, bloody hell.
They would be able to contest a mesmerize action. A mesmerize roll, which is what you'd need to do to dominate them. So.
But you are apparently at Dominate 3, so you got a good enough dice pool to do it.
Dominate 3, your dice pool would be pretty good for this. It would be Intelligence plus Expression plus Dominate if you wanted to, and it wouldn't cost any blood. It would have to be your full action. You wouldn't be able to attack.
hell? Just a second, guys. I have to check up something.
Okay. We'll pause briefly as a fight within this medical centre's bathroom has actually left the bathroom not particularly damaged, and so far.
Actually, I should go over right away real quick.
It's about to get very messy.
Okay, false alarm. Sorry. Okay, so the objective is to horribly, horribly murder them, not just drive them away, correct?
Yes.
You are at war with the Sanctified.
We're at war, they're in our territory without invite. They have been attacking I am very tempted to crack out the... Okay, you know what, before I bring out the big guns, I'll... Okay, what do I have to roll to figure out who looks like the biggest threat?
Very difficult to tell that in the middle of combat. You can tell who's seen the most combat, but that much is obvious, judging by their appearance. But to actually make an empathy check in the midst of combat, be very difficult to do.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
last 6-1,
It takes even all specs would take a full action for you to receive the necessary information from the beast. The beast.
Okay.
The beast would divulge, but it still takes a few seconds to divulge that information.
Okay. Okay. Okay, there are... Okay, I am going for the small-looking woman, and I'll try to dominate her.
Okay. You roll your intelligence plus expression plus dominate. She will contest you with her resolve plus blood potency.
Dice cord. 3 successes.
You beat her by 1 success. Takes a moment to puppeteer her mind. It's difficult to do so in the midst of combat, but you manage it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and he points his finger at her. Well, with the left hand in that case, and just shouts, "Run to the restroom and stay there."
With Mesmerize, you can only issue a...
Sorry. In that case...
3 or 4 word command. So you could just say run to the restroom.
But she might run back.
You know what? Run to the WC. 4 words. Because restroom is 5 words technically. Ugh.
WC? Oh.
Water closet.
Yeah.
No, toilet. Very simple.
Yeah.
Run to the toilet.
Well, that's plenty of those.
Oh my gosh, but she actually used the toilet. That's one way to make her lose blood.
No, she did not do that. But
that would be awkward.
I'm going to bed then, mate.
okay, cool.
Alright, you finished?
No, no,
Have you finished?
yeah,
Okay, night, love.
no. So she loses her action as she runs to literally a cubicle and seems to lounge there in a very jarring and abrupt way.
Have I got any actions left?
No, Dominate is an instant action now. So
Fair enough.
Full...
And with that, that's the end of my round.
But you do technically have the Mesmeric condition on her, so you can start using your more powerful effects on her.
Yes, you can effectively command her to do whatever you want.
So where exactly has she run off to? Towards us? Away from us?
Kind of off to your side, to where a cubicle is.
Oh, if that's the case, now that she's mesmerized, I would like to break out Dominate number 2, Iron Edict.
Well, she'll need to see your eyes for that, but that will be
Okay, I don't guess I could move to the cubicle where she is.
You can, but next time we'll
next time.
So
Gotcha.
first, because you're going to be attacked again by the man with the sword.
I'm gonna soon to be no hands Nick soon.
Oh, we are kindred. Technically, that's only inconvenient.
And he goes, Slaver! And he's actually going to try and blind you.
Oh, that motherfucker! Oh, if that happens, I am gonna break out the big guns.
He does another 5 lethal to your eyes.
May Marcus shout out in pain and pure defiance, "'Tis but a flesh wound."
Do you try and soak some of it with resilience?
Yes, with my pitiful little dot that I have, yep.
Okay.
Better than not having it.
You soak 2, you are now on 6 lethal, you gain a blinded tilt. You can't see.
But my beast can still sense.
Yes. You still have control over the woman. Next guy's up, he's gonna try and make the, well, unwise decision of attempting to grapple you, Julian.
Oh, why would he do that? He doesn't know any better.
That's yet to discover. That said, he's actually not bad at this.
No, the fact is, because of the new merit I got, every time I do any grappling action, I do damage.
Your defense is, what's your defense?
My defense is 2.
Okay. Well, he gets an exceptional success on the grapple check.
Right, so he established the grapple, and he can do another action with the grapple action.
I actually need to double check how that works, if he needs to roll again, or if he just applies the successes, because he's going to try and bite you.
Oh no, he applied the successes. Second action would be he chooses to damage me.
Okay, then yeah, he bites you for 5 lethal damage.
And it's 5 lethal biting, 5 lethal fang damage. Though I am curious, he is not because he got the success established. Yeah, so he can grapple me. He doesn't have to be in frenzy. Oh yeah, so totally can do this. I guess my statement would be, can I resist against it? Resilience. I believe I still can because it's not a pain.
You can spend your blood. I think this is the second time you'd have spent resilience. Now, Marcus is still fairly high on blood. However, Julian, you are beginning to get seriously hungry.
Oh yeah, I am at 3. I am getting very hungry.
Fortunately, you've provoked the beast anyway.
Yep.
You will take. You have how much resilience again? 1 or 2?
I have resilience of 2.
2. So you soak 3. Okay, so you only take 2 lethal, which isn't that much.
I am actually, I am stirring the beast, but I'm technically not in frenzy, so I do not have the effects of frenzy. Correct?
No, not yet.
No. I have taken 3 lethal.
2 lethal.
2 lethal. Yes.
Your fangs may be +1 lethal weapons, but his certainly aren't.
Nope.
No, he violently shoves you against the side of the cube. Actually, shoves you straight through it as he sinks his fangs into you.
Right.
I know what I'm doing next.
Okay. I'm still trying to ride the wave. And I guess I should also try to resist it too. But first, ride the wave. This time I only got the 10 dice.
He's currently in control of a grapple. You'll have an opportunity to change that next turn.
Alright.
Because he got an exceptional success, he effectively skips over that whole thing.
Yeah. So, alright. I need 1 more. And I can't commit the dodge or anything because I am grappled. Well, technically I can because he hasn't held me yet. Yeah. But yeah, I guess I think that's all I could really do unless I can try to reverse the grapple.
I know.
You can't mumble, or because I can use it. Don't that rip off, mate.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, why can't these dice be friendly to me?
Never.
It was nice to me last at the Gangrel meeting. I was hoping to do it again.
You're so unlucky with your rolls.
Yep. So yeah, unless I can't reverse the grapple right now, that's the end of my turn.
You're close.
Yep. I just need 1, but I remember the last time I just needed 1.
Marcus, it is your turn. You cannot see. You are missing an arm. Things are not looking good for you right now.
Okay, what beasts, what other beasts is Marcus sensing? Because at this point he has to use the beast as a crutch. Is there any predatory aura left or right in front of him? You know, that corridor where they came from.
You don't really have a scent per se, but you can hear them.
Okay. I'm hearing the scuffle that is happening between Julian and other person. And I've got the lady under my sway still, right?
Yes. You can attempt to heal the damage from from your eyes, you'll need to heal 3 damage.
Can I, with how much blood can I spend in one turn if I'm blood potency 2?
You can spend 2 blood, so you actually can spend 1 more.
I would like to spend 2 blood to heal up.
You've already spent 1 for resilience, so you can spend the 1.
Okay, I would like to spend 1.
So you now have 5 damage, and your eyes begin to slowly heal. You can't see clearly at all yet, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the woman is still under my sway. I want to use Iron Edict.
You can't.
No, I can't.
You have to use a Vitae.
More importantly, Dominate requires the victim to see your eyes. And they've literally
don't have any, or badly damaged, yeah.
They're too badly damaged right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With the one good hand that he has left, he is basically blindly grasping around to try and get that attacker. Just get a rough idea where he is. That is the one who is grappling Julian at the moment.
You can try and attack him.
Yeah.
Now, because you are using your offhand and you are blinded.
Yep. You suffer an additional -3 penalty to your attack roll. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna go for something else. It's not necessarily the smartest thing, but it's at least worth a try. Sword goes back into bracelet form. Using his left hand, tries to grab some part of the attacker. Once he has that, I want to activate Corona. And basically what I'm trying to do is grapple the grappler, activate Corona, and make him take fire damage.
Corona?
That is a fighting style from Pyrokinesis.
You do not have it listed on your sheet, and I don't ever remember you buying it.
Dip.
You also would not have allowed it, either.
Huh?
For some reason I did approve it. That was stupid. I should not have approved that at all. Why have I approved any of this?
I don't know. I wasn't the executive person doing that.
It's not your fault. This is very much my fault. Because you wouldn't have been able to get Master of Zenitra up to the 2nd dot either, because your status is limited.
Oh well.
So this is entirely my bad. I very much apologise.
Fuck, had I known that, well, shit. I would have gone for the incendiary rounds instead. Oh, fuck's sake.
That is entirely my fault. I apologise. I will correct that at the end of the scene. You do have the ability to just set him on fire.
I still have that.
Yeah, you have psychokinesis, just not the fighting style.
Okay. You know what? After the game, we'll have a look at the sheet, go through, and see that first of all everything is updated, corrected, blah. Anyway, in that case, just for the sake of theme, either he manages to grab the guy's shoulder, or even his head, or something, and he will activate pyrokinesis 2nd level. spending the willpower, if I remember correctly, so that I can kick off the effect. And he will just try at that point where he's holding him just to burn him. My guy's just channeling all his aggression into the fire. So, time to roll.
The way this works. Psychokinesis 5. So, to use it as an attack, you spend a willpower point. You need to spend a blood point as well.
Will do.
Then you roll your resolve plus your occult. You subtract their resolve, which is 2, and you take a -3 dice penalty because of blinded.
Even though I have the guy in my grasp, I've got a rough idea where he is in my mindscape.
Yeah, reaching him, and that's all part of the same action.
Okay, no problem.
It will still be -3 anyway because of how it works mechanically.
3 and okay. It boils down to 1. Okay, 0 successes. It was literally a chance die with all the minuses. Damn, I probably just should have tried to bite the fucker. Out of character, Julian, I fear you'll have to save my ass.
That's fine. Main thing is we're alive and they're dead.
Okay, so unfortunately you're not able.
Okay, he will command her. Restrain the man who I am holding. Because I don't think that he could command her to attack the man that he is holding.
Yeah, you can.
Can?
If she takes damage, she'll snap out of it.
No, restrain the man that I am holding, hoping that she can help break that guy's grapple. That's what he'll command.
We'll say you say I restrain my target, because that's within the parameters. So, yeah, she'll try and do that.
Okay. Restrain my target. Yep.
She succeeds as a freeway grapple.
That's convenient.
Go Team Ventrogangrel.
Oh. I lose the blood. I forgot.
No, he doesn't take blood from you.
From his bite, he should.
No, he's not obligated to feed from you.
Oh, okay.
He's not risking addiction. Sword fighter's going to attack you again, Marcus.
Go for it. The worst thing that can happen is that I die.
You lose your defense because you're blinded. So he's rolling quite high.
But can he attack Marcus? He's grappled, right?
Not the sword fighter. Marcus set the woman against the person biting you, Julian.
Sorry?
Oh, Marcus set the woman against the guy who's trying to kill you, Julian.
Okay.
So the guy with the sword is basically free. He's still about, as it were. That is 6 lethal. So Marcus, you can spend a resilience to soak some of that. I would.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Sad. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Spray and pray, boys.
So if you spend a blood here, Marcus, you will only be partially blinded. So you will be able to blind people.
Oh, yes. Damn it. Dice board.
The reason for this is because blinded applies to both one-eye blindness and two-eye
eyes. Yes, spending the blood, healing it up. I turn into Odin and Tyr at the same time. Okay, so I'm partially sighted again, correct?
Oh dear. I'm actually looking at your stats. He might have actually torpid you.
Oh,
because you have resilience 1, stamina 2, and then size 5. So it puts you at a health level of 8. He's done 9 lethal damage to you.
Oh, okay. Shit, I'm torpid.
So that's 8 lethal 1 egg. 7 lethal 1 egg.
Okay, so after Marcus managed to sick the lady on the guy who was trying to murder you, Julian, the swordsman fells Marcus. He falls over like a stiff log. A hand missing. Yep, sorry.
She will follow your commands until you're dead, so she'll continue to follow through.
Good.
Because we're reaching a tipping point, and it's getting a bit late for me, I'm going to start speeding up combat, so I'm just going to start making rolls. So if we could just
Yeah, be ready to roll.
So, Julian, make your rolls.
All right. Exactly what I needed. So, Julian goes into the true frenzy as the man will realize very quickly something has dramatically changed, and he looks like a shorthand version, a dire version of himself as bestial features show up. Absolutely unnatural. And I am going to try to take control of this grapple. So my strength is at 4 plus brawl up to 7. So that's 3 successes.
You beat him by 2.
Alrighty. Well, I established the grapple, and I do. Let's see. Oh, and I do 4 lethal with my bite as I take control of the grapple. And I will take the blood. And actually, wait, no, I do 4 lethal plus 1 bashing because of my positional dominance.
With the damage Marcus's servant does to him, that torpors him. So you've only got one active target left.
Okay, oh yeah, because the woman is still distracted. So yeah, it's the other guy. So yeah, let's see what he does.
He only does 3 lethal.
I'll spend a resilience for that, and I negate that damage.
I think
Or
you only have 1 or 2 blood points left, right?
I have 2 because I took a blood point from the guy I bit into.
Okay, just keeping track because we are very low at this point, so I'm just making sure.
No, we are really. I'll plan on.
If Marcus is pretty high up on Vitae, so if you need, feel free to snack. He can even figure out a ritual to break the blood bond.
So, all right. Actually, no, I rolled 1 die less than I should have. Establish the grapple on the man. See if I can do that. Oh, I might actually one-shot him with this.
Careful with this guy. He has a Oh god, I'm gonna feel bad for making you get rid of his rolls. So this guy has celerity. So he has a celerity of 3.
Celerity of 3.
It
And
takes away
that was
the
my
4
bad.
successes. I'm so sorry.
No, it's
No,
okay.
you know
I
what,
still established the
you
grapple.
know what? I feel
regardless.
so bad. I'll let you keep that roll just because it was 4 10s.
Yeah. All right. Then he takes what? 6. Yeah, 6 lethal from the bite, and he takes another 2 bashing as I knee him at the same time, and I do a damage again, which is another bite, which would be another 6 lethal plus another 2. So yeah, I one shot him basically, unless he has a lot of health. That's the thing. If he's got enough health levels, he's not just basically torn in half, or really missing a head.
He's pretty fucked up. Not torpid, but really fucked up.
Alrighty. So that's 2 blood, so now I'm back to 4. And I'm going to be snacking on him anyways and killing him. I won't diabolize him.
He's gonna try and damage you again.
Okay. He must contest the grapple with me.
He gets 6 successes.
He gets how many?
6 successes.
That's fine. He still takes another bludgeoning.
Okay. He spends a blood to do with all the bashing. He needs to spend 2 actually. But so he won't fall into torpor from that. But he's gonna go ham and spend for a celerity.
Gotcha. So, wait, he did get 6 successes, so he can commit to a grapple action, then spend his celerity if he's got the blood potency to do it.
He's using his grapple action to leave and using the celerity to attack because he hasn't taken an attack action this turn.
Gotcha.
He deals 4 lethal to you.
Oh, and my defense is higher now. I am the true Finzi, so I get to add my blood potency to all my stats.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I've been accounting for that.
Alright, then yeah, he did how many lethal to me?
4.
Yeah, then I spend resilience again, so reduce that down to what? I can count. Reduce that down to 1. So I've taken 5. No, yeah, 5 lethal. Yeah, I'm taking 5 lethal. But I'm also infringing, so I feel no pain. And he chose to not get out of the grapple, so I get to try to grapple him again.
Do it.
And that's a valid point. Just so I don't make that mistake again, I'll roll this again. I'm at minus what for his defense? Because I made that mistake the last time. I'm assuming his defense is at least 5, 86.
Yes.
Yes, his defense is 5. So I only need to roll. I need to be rolling 2. Nope. So I do not grapple him. His turn.
He will attack you again. Five lethal. Nope, 7. My bad.
No, 7 lethal. All right, reduce that down to 4. That's 9. I'm still healthy. Thank you, resilience and frenzy. All right. I will spend a willpower. Give me some extra dice.
Do it.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yes.
He falls.
I carefully eat him. And how much blood do you have left in the system?
He spent a fair bit of it, and he is about 7.
Alrighty. So
No, he spent more than that actually. Yeah, he's at 6. Sorry, my bad.
no, that's a problem. That's still more blood than I had previously. So I am
forgot the
at
celerity
9.
he spent.
Yeah. So I am at 9 blood, and I kill him. So don't have to worry about the blood bond. The woman is still, oddly enough, because Marcus is not dead, she's still in the trance, but
No, she
her
snaps
thing-
out of it now because she just went through a breaking point.
Okay. So obviously I've been telling my beast to kill everything, and she'll get the unlucky part of being beaten to near death and then fed upon by Marcus.
I'll allow it. She can't actually escape you. She doesn't have celerity.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, basically, beat her to your death, feed Marcus the blood, awaken back up,
It won't wake
present
up.
her.
He's stuck in torpor.
Oh, I can't just knock him out of it with
That's
feeding him.
literally a homebrew rule for every vampire game. That doesn't actually exist within a system.
Gotcha. So
And it doesn't apply here.
okay,
People
then
do it, but I'm not using it, so mainly because it invalidates
then I
a
will
lot of
stake her.
powers.
No, then I'll just destroy one of the stall doors to stake her, and go hunting for the other prey.
At this point, security is running down the hall. There's a lot of noise, and it's just a bathroom.
It is just a bathroom.
It's a public area.
That is also true.
So,
Then
They'll just put me in the morgue. I'll be fine. Just try to rescue my torpid ass later.
That's true. Well, yep, can't have. The idea was he wanted their ashes, so yep, I'll just top myself off of her, then murder her, and get out.
you flee to security. You are, well, how many times has Julian ran away from law enforcement? Blood, it's caked in blood now. It's becoming a
I
routine.
really hope Julian grabbed my sports bag with with...
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing a gear, and
Thank you. Don't worry about the sword. It just looks like a piece of jewellery on my arm. Thank you, Alexander.
but I am still concerned, and I will send a text to my client to see if he's okay. I said that was 3 of 6. That was 3.
He responds, one of them found me, but I held my ground.
Sorry for my incompetence.
The response is simply, you did your job, period. I think that we can end our scene. Thank you
Alrighty.
for playing. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on